It was a Tuesday. My car insurance was due. I sat at my wobbly kitchen table, staring at my calculator. Rent, utilities, car payment, groceries. After all that, I had almost nothing left. Every month, the same story, working hard, getting nowhere. It felt like running on a treadmill that only got faster. The frustration was a knot in my stomach. I wasn't living, I was just surviving. Every purchase was a major decision, weighed down by anxiety. The American dream felt like a cruel joke. I was doing everything right, but the math never worked. The calculator wasn't broken, the system was. I was angry. At myself, at the world. Lying awake at night, I worried about every what if. There was no safety net, just a tightrope. My life was dictated by due dates and minimum payments. Every decision filtered through, can I afford this? The answer was almost always no. I wasn't in control. My bank account was. The dream of freedom felt impossibly far away. I knew something had to change. I just didn't know what. Living paycheck to paycheck is an emotional prison. Every day brought a quiet dread. One flat tire could ruin everything. I avoided social invitations, stretched every dollar, and became an expert at cheap meals. My world shrank to the size of my next bill. Saving for retirement, owning a home, those were fantasies. The goal was just to make it to the next payday with zero, not less. The weight of having nothing left over was crushing. It was a quiet desperation I wouldn't wish on anyone. The turning point came in a coffee shop over a rare $5 latte. I stumbled on a video about index fund investing, owning a piece of hundreds of companies at once. The idea, make your money work for you. It was a light bulb moment. I'd always worked for my money, never the other way around. Investing wasn't just for the rich, it was accessible. For the first time, I saw a path forward. I devoured every article and video I could find. My problem wasn't just not earning enough, it was not knowing how to grow what I had. That coffee shop moment changed everything. I was ready to try. I started small, canceled a forgotten $10 subscription and used it to invest. I downloaded an app, bought a fractional share of an S&P 500 index fund. Suddenly, I owned a tiny piece of America's biggest companies. That first step changed my relationship with money. I tracked my spending, cut back on takeout and coffee, and invested every dollar I could. It became a game. How much could I save and invest? I set up automatic weekly transfers, sometimes just $20. I stopped worrying about daily market swings. I wasn't trying to get rich overnight. I was building wealth slowly. Investing became a habit, like brushing my teeth. The discipline was boring, but it worked. My $10 started to grow. I was no longer just surviving. I was building. That was the real breakthrough. Years later, my finances are unrecognizable. That first $10 grew to thousands. The anxiety faded, replaced by quiet confidence. I finally had a safety net, one I built dollar by dollar. The emotional change was as big as the financial one. I could take risks, think bigger, and plan for the future. The secret wasn't genius, it was discipline and mindset. Pay yourself first, automate, let compound interest work. Small sacrifices became investments in my future self. If you feel trapped, know this, you can break free. Start with $5 or $10, make it automatic, do it again next week. The power to change your life is in your hands.